Hello and welcome, all my beautiful, vibrant souls who are Gemini suns or have major Gemini placements. Welcome to your September 2023 predictions for the month ahead. Excuse me. Little side note I want to make before we kind of dive in is that we do have Mercury retrograde in the sign of Virgo until the 14th, and it will then be followed by a brief shadow period. So because it takes up, about half the month, what I'm going to be doing is pulling an oracle card to go over your major energetic theme for the month, and then pulling tarot about how that theme will apply in your life in general, in your love life, and then with a retrograde specific theme. Oh my God, it's so good. It's a turmeric chai. It's so good, you guys. Okay, I just needed a moment. I'm back on this planet. With that, let's get into your month ahead. I hope you guys had a good August. Okay, I don't think this is your card, but this is super interesting because this actually came out for Libras. Moderation showing up, and I was actually kind of picking that up a little bit. I want to look at this card, but I don't want to take it. Parenting in reverse. You guys, if you have major Libra placements as well, you might want to check that out. And individuality, which is also showing up in that reading. You might be dealing with a Libra as well. You could have like a double air couple kind of a thing. But a lot of you guys, there's a childhood wound or like a reparenting related issue that might be coming up this month. And I do feel like it's distinctively different than what came up in Libra's reading, but that is an overarching theme. And there's something here between, with moderation, that's usually not always about creating balance. But we had red and green on that card, right? Meaning that there's heart and root chakra energy present. And I cut the deck and we have spiritual, career, and individuality. So where Libra's was more kind of about finding balance and stability in their own life, regardless of, the connections that that they had in their life. This feels more like, for you guys, something is way out of balance and it's being brought into balance. And this feels like something about striking out on your own and pursuing something that is important to you, regardless of what anybody else has to say about it. So especially with parenting coming out reverse, if this is, maybe about becoming a parent, maybe somebody has something to say about when you're becoming a parent, or how you are with parenting, or again, if there's reparenting where you are healing old wounds. This might be, I'm getting this energy of like a wound around being your authentic self and being like, no, you know what, I'm gonna go pursue this career, I'm gonna go do this. I feel like you guys are mad. There's almost this energy of like a little mad. You might have an argument this month or an important kind of heated discussion about what is right for you. Spiritual career, whenever that comes up, that just talks about like your calling, right? Your purpose, pursuing a career that is meaningful to you in the heart and soul. So you might have an argument with somebody this month, or almost kind of like, well, I'll show you what I can do. Because a lot of you guys, I feel like you're just fed up with something. You're fed up with the status quo. You're fed up with trying to appease somebody. I'm knocking my own glasses off my face. Some of you are fed up with trying to get somebody to see something from your perspective. And there's just a sense, music is coming out here. Some of you want to be musicians, or you have, you do play music and you're thinking about trying to expand. Yeah, because then creativity under that. So some of you, it's just like, you're getting this like burst of, this feels like this Mars kind of energy here, this burst of movement to try to kind of like help set you off on your path a little bit. And that might be sparked by a difficult conversation. I want to look at this card but not take it. Intuition. This also came out in Libra's reading. We have another master number because individuality, relationship change. Yep. I feel like deep down you guys have kind of been, deep down this has kind of been bothering you for a while. Deep down you may kind of have known pursuing your path would cause an argument or would cause something to need to shift in an important relationship, and it's like you haven't wanted to rock the boat. That's changing this month. Sorry, my curls are like doing whatever they want to do today, which I like, but I'm like, okay, I'm trying to fix them. But yeah, you guys are, this just has like that we're not going to take it kind of energy, which is good for you, right? Environment. Yeah, we have another repeating number, so we have a power number here. I'm like, look at that. We have a power number here. This is 44. And as you can tell, there are cards in this deck where the Merkaba is a different color in the background and ones where they're the same. When it's the same, I take this to mean that your internal frequency is in resonance with your external reality, right? So you have done the inner work, and now your external reality is reflecting your revised self, essentially, back to you. With environment, this always has to do for me with, where you're living, and this could be related to retrograde themes because Virgo usually rules the 6th house, and this deals with a healthy mind, body, spirit connection, and thus deals with kind of like our day-to-day routines, and how we find balance, health, and harmony in all areas of life. So with environment, this has everything to do with, where you spend a lot of your time, right? The environment you're in. This can even talk about the social circles, right? The energetic environment you're in. So the physical environment you're in, the mental environment you create for yourself, and the energetic environment that you consume, right? Because we consume energy all the time. It's not just about the foods we eat or, the substances we ingest. This is about, the media we watch, the energies that we are around, the people that we spend time with, how we feel about our living space, things like that. So you guys, I feel like you're coming into alignment finally. And with green being the color of the heart chakra, to be able to create a lot more happiness for yourself. I mentioned that with moderation on that card. The Merkaba is red, the background is green, and it's almost kind of reminding me of the opposite of Libra's kind of thing, because theirs was about how they may have been sacrificing their stability and security to maintain interpersonal harmony. I feel like for you guys, it's, you can hear my stomach rumble, it's almost the other way around. You may have been sacrificing your happiness in order to have a sense of security. And I think that's going out the window. This is where it's like, you know what? I'm going to trust that following my divine path, following my calling, following the, the calling of my heart and soul is my way to security. A lot of you guys are just like done. You're fucking done this month. So some of you guys might finally be moving. You might get fed up with a roommate, with relationship change. Some of you guys could be living with a partner and you're like, there might be a significant relationship in your life, romantic or otherwise, that has been very just like negatively impacting, again, your either energetic environment, your physical environment, or your mental, emotional environment. And that's something that's got to go, or you're making a change to your life that will then potentially change that relationship. So I want to clarify, I want to see how this is playing out in your life, just in general. I want to pull this one. And I'm not like prompted to I'm not getting a lot in the interim while I'm shuffling. Usually I'll be channeling and talking. So this feels very much like your mind is already made up. 4 of Wands reversed. Some of you are backing out of an engagement. I do have to say that. You're breaking something off with a partner. Some of you are moving out of a home. I do see that. With the 4 of Swords reversed to the top, this feels like it's finally time to speak your truth. That's, usually that's a card of not, non-communication and no communication and non-action. This is nope, we're all done. I'm leaving. I'm outie. Hermit, Virgo energy showing up. 5 of Swords reversed. Wow. Yeah. And the 10 of Wands. Wow. So in general, whatever it is in your environment, in your day-to-day reality that makes you feel like shit, I'm hearing makes you sick. So for some of you, this could literally be physically making you sick. But we have Swords and Wands here. So this feels more like your energy and your mental space. Whatever makes you sick and steals your energy, steals your vitality. I'm hearing your warmth, makes you feel bitter. That's another thing that's coming through. I feel like you guys are walking away from it. Even notice, I think tarot card placement is so important. Notice how we have, this are how they came out. The Hermit has their back to these 2 cards. So you might take some time this month to be really contemplating these themes, kind of doing some soul searching. But what I see is that you're walking away from this in order to do so. It's kind of like, I'm going to go seek my path, right? I'm going to seek my higher understanding, my higher calling. And what you're leaving behind is this burdensome energy, right? It's interesting because she's like half naked here, and nakedness always implies vulnerability. And it feels like there's almost something where there's not a target on your back. You've been carrying this, and you're like half waiting for this other person involved in the situation to just stab you in the back, right? And you've been preparing. And I think, the Five of Swords reversed can indicate that there's a lot of internal conflict and chaos. This is usually dealing with somebody who will say whatever they need to do, or say whatever they need to say and do whatever they need to do to win at all costs. This is cutting. This is, just like spewing vitriol. This is somebody who will lash out in the heat of the moment in an argument and then be doing real damage to the relationship. So there's something where you guys are walking away from that. You guys might be walking away from, even if you and this person haven't, like, again, this feels like there's something that you feel like you need to do, and there's a fear that it's going to cause an issue, cause fights. So even if you guys haven't been fighting, I think that's been the fear. There's been a burdensome fear of this person retaliating is kind of what I'm getting, and doing whatever it takes to see you fail, doing whatever it takes to tear you down. And there's something where, especially because like again, this person's, got their back very vulnerably there. This person's like hidden completely. I feel like you are just like quietly disconnecting and you're backing away. This would be a good time to keep your plans to yourself. I want to kind of clarify. I want to clarify a little bit, especially that Hermit card. I'm feeling drawn to clarify that one. Ten of Swords reversed. Yep. Because I think this person has hurt you one too many times. Or they have hurt other people and you have witnessed that. And you're like, nope, not me. I don't want this to be the case. For some of you, you've been thinking about how much you have just been stabbed in the back before. Again, this person's got their back, very vulnerable. It's so interesting we're talking about that. You've presented yourself very vulnerably to people and tried to help them carry their burdens, and you have just been stabbed in the back for it repeatedly. And there's something where, even if you're not dealing with a specific person, it's kind of like, I'm going to do what I need to do because I'm all done with living this kind of life. So a lot of you guys are making changes because, there's a sense here of wanting to be done dealing with a person or with people who you have to always worry about the other shoe dropping. You always have to worry that like they're gonna, turn around and lash out at you again. Maybe they're really toxic to other people in your environment. Maybe they just think and communicate very toxically. They have toxic relationship patterns. I don't get the sense this person is like a bad person, but I do feel like there's this energy where this person's very unhealed themselves and they are not able or willing to do the work. And I think a lot of you guys are kind of coming to terms with that. And you're like, you know what? I got to get this person out of my life. I got to get away from this situation. I've got to remove myself from this because it's just not good for me. It's just not serving me. And I do see that here. Yep, Queen of Swords reversed. I think you guys have been hesitating. You guys have been hesitating on whether or not to make this call. The person you could be dealing with could also be an air sign, but this could be somebody who is manipulative, somebody who weaponizes communication and silence alike. Ten of Pentacles, this could be a family member. This could be somebody you've known for a really long time, or somebody you either work with or you had had the hopes. We have 3 10s now showing up. You would have the hopes for a very long-term business partnership with, and it's like, you know what? I don't see this person being a good fit long term, or I don't see the situation being a good fit for me long term. There's also this energy of like, this had the potential to turn into the Ten of Pentacles, but I don't think it's going to go that way. I'm going to make the decision to kind of like, you may have been waiting for it to turn around, and it's kind of like, I don't think that's going to happen. So you guys are finally getting the clarity that you need and you're taking action on it. But I want to see how this theme is playing out for you guys in your love life. My voice immediately got softer, so you might kind of get a reprieve when it comes to love. What's going on with environment in your love life? 5 of Pentacles at the bottom. 3 of Swords, are you okay? Need a hug? The Wheel of Fortune reversed. And the 8 of Wands. Okay, so for some of you, this person that you're dealing with is your, I want to say your lover. I don't usually say that term very often. But it is your, usually I'd say like partner, but this person might not even be like a partner. This could be somebody who's in and out of your life. This could be somebody who you're connected to, but, it's complicated. When it comes to love, I feel like you guys you're having a difficult month. That's why I feel like this is connected to whoever is involved in this other situation. It could be something where there's multiple aspects. So this is somebody that you live with, but also somebody that you're with. This could be something where you're dating a coworker, or you guys have something going on. There's like a situationship. But what I see here is in terms of your love life, and especially that Five of Pentacles at the bottom, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you guys. It's looking like it's tough. This kind of feels like, especially with the Eight of Wands, somebody might call you up again. And they come in all hot and passionate, and you think it's all kind of coming together, right? This version of the Eight of Wands, it's like a point of convergence. You think, all right, like, cool, it's a culmination point. It's finally all happening. It's finally coming together, and they just kind of break your heart again. Or you can tell that they're going to. That might be that recognition is like, things are never going to change. We're just going to keep going in circles, round and round and round like this. You could be dealing with somebody who refuses to have an authentic, truthful conversation with you. Excuse me. Wow, that's so good. Oh, so good. You could be dealing with somebody who refuses to have an open, authentic conversation with you. You guys could have one too many fights. This feels like somebody who will try to like stir up an argument with you and then want to like make up very passionately. That might be something that they understand as like a relationship dynamic. And I feel like there's something where this person pushes their luck, right? They said one too many things. We have a lot of swords energies here, and they're all very painful swords energies. They lashed out. They said one too many things. They blew you off one too many times. They may have been mad at you, so they like blew you off for date night, or they they again like use silence. Is like they weaponize silence. They did something that they knew would hurt you, and there's something where I feel like you guys are kind of in love. You guys are sort of recognizing like this is not the cycle. Like this isn't going to change. It's always going to end in the same place. So while there might be, I feel like you guys are going to have an important conversation about this, or this is like, again, there's a lot of energy there, and then it just fizzles right out, dissipates. What is this? What's with the Eight of Wands? I want to get a better idea of what's going to happen. Nine of Swords. I feel like it's tough, right? Because this person like might give you almost like butterflies a little bit. Like, oh, they're texting me again. Or like, oh, we're going to go do this. There's this fear. There's like this feeling of excitement, but it's also anxiety, because it's like, are they actually going to come through? Oh, things are good, but when are they going to get bad? And I think there's a recognition for a lot of you guys that just this back and forth and the patterns that they continually subject you to are not healthy. Some of you need to heal from a past relationship. And so some of you are going to be talking to somebody new. If you're single, you're going to be like talking to somebody new. And then immediately the anxiety is going to kick in, right? It's going to go back and forth between these like excitement butterflies and like anxious butterflies. And a lot of you are going to be kind of recognizing like, ooh, I don't know if I like this. This feels uncomfortably familiar. Because again, with environment, there's a recognition that something in your environment is not healthy and needs to change. It's not, making you feel good. So there's like this, in terms of your love life, for some of you, this is going to be the area where this plays out is like noticing a pattern. You might notice a pattern where, there's, sorry, I had the low power mode, where there's people who kind of come in all hot and heavy, and then they leave just as quickly, something like that. Yep, Three of Wands and the Star, both reversed. I feel like there's something where for a lot of you, this feels like you're dealing with somebody, whether you're with them or not, or you're with them intermittently, where you had a lot of plans for the future. This person might like to talk a lot about the future, and then things just fall flat. You guys fight over and over again. You seem to keep getting stuck on the same issue. They keep breaking your heart. And it's kind of like, I can't do this anymore. Especially because, like, look, this person's naked. This person's naked. This person's naked. You're coming to the table very vulnerably, and somebody keeps hurting you. And so this month is going to be a time where I feel like a lot of you are coming to terms with the fact that whatever it was that's not working, they're never going to change. So you're the ones who are making changes. Some of you, again, might be on a dating app and you start to kind of like connect with people and be talking a lot, but there's a recognition that like you're not ready, or like a recognition of like, hang on, I got to figure out what I want. I have to do some more healing here because there's a lot of pain in these energies. So don't be afraid to take the time you need to take to heal. I know everybody always says that, but it really does make a super important difference. 6 of Wands reversed at the bottom, because I think a lot of you guys have had either a major connection not work out, and it still needs to be healed, or you're dealing with some, because I got the deck 4 of Swords reverse and the 8 of Pentacles. There's still some healing work that needs to be done, right? And if you're dealing with somebody, there's a need to be able to kind of really let that go and find closure. So I want to see your retrograde specific themes. Knowing where Virgo is in your chart might help you kind of hone in on how this is going to play out for you. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is what I mean. I feel like there's good work being done here to create that healthy mind, body, spirit connection like we're talking about. Death reversed. Okay. The Knight of Swords. I'm proud of you guys. I want to say this immediately. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this is what I mean. I'm proud of you guys. I think you guys have been working on making a transformation for a long time. You may have kind of gotten off course, gotten off track, gotten distracted. Whoever or whatever this situation is might consistently, this is where you're investing a lot into something and it just doesn't go anywhere. Whoever or whatever this is that's like not good for you might consistently kind of like get you out of alignment. And there's something here where as soon as these two came out, I'm like, I'm so proud of you guys, because no matter what happens, no matter if you get derailed, no matter how long it takes, no matter how frustrated you get, this combination for me is like back to the drawing board. I'm not giving up. The Knight of Swords, I usually have a complicated relationship with the Knight of Swords because the Knight of Swords can be kind of a jackass. They think they know everything, and they can be kind of arrogant as a result. But one of the things that I think is really admirable about the Knight of Swords, especially in this context, is that this is somebody who believes that they can figure it out. They know the answer, or they will find out, right? They don't like to admit they're wrong, but this is kind of that energy of, I'm never wrong, I'm just future right. And in this situation, that's actually needed, because this is kind of like a warrior sort of energy of like, I'm going to figure out the answer. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to say what I need to say. No matter if I've tried in the past and it hasn't worked out, no matter what has fallen apart, like, I don't care how long I've invested into something and then it's not panning out. I don't give a shit. I'm going to like figure it out. I'm going to figure out how to make this transformation. This might be where like I've gone to like tell this person off, 10 different times and I lose my nerve every time. This person is like, I don't care if I tried to end it 40 times beforehand, I'm going to get it this time. This is somebody who will not give up. They'll find a new way to say something. They'll find new courage to be able to speak their mind, to be able to move forward. This is somebody who it might take a long time for them to have the epiphany, but when they do and they get it, they act on it, and you cannot change their mind. Because again, the Knight of Swords thinks he knows everything, so it may have taken a while to get there, and it may have taken several attempts, but once the Knight of Swords is honing in on what they need to do to move this transformation along, what they need to get rid of, what needs to end, this is somebody who's doing it, and you can't tell them they're wrong. And I feel like this is you guys, and I'm really proud of you for this. Because you haven't give up, you've had tenacity, you've had an almost stubbornness with like your own transformation, which is good. I do feel like this is what's producing a breakthrough for many of you. King of Wands reversed. You could be dealing with a fire sign. The King of Wands reversed and the Knight of Swords. That's a fight ready to happen. All right. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius showing up. This is somebody who, upright. This is somebody who's very confident. Somebody who has very magnetic, attractive energy. Somebody who's got a lot of wisdom to offer. Somebody who's passionate but knows how to temper their passions and keep a good handle on their emotions. Reverse. This is somebody who thinks they're the shit and they don't back it up. Sorry, I had a burp. They can't back it up. So this is somebody who talks a big game and then doesn't, take action. This is somebody who their motivation is fickle. This would be somebody who likes to almost like do absentee ownership in a relationship. This would be somebody who like wants to know you're there, but doesn't want to actually like do the work and commit. But if you try to leave, they'll throw a temper tantrum about like, you're disloyal, you're this, you're that. So this could be somebody that you're dealing with. If this is a boss, this is somebody who likes to be the boss, but they don't actually like to do boss shit. And so this could be somebody where, this is a person who has an overly big inflated ego. And this could be somebody who you're dealing with. I never like to throw this around willy-nilly, but, where the King and Queen of Wands upright are very popular and they naturally receive a lot of attention, and they're very, confident with themselves, but they're not arrogant. When they're reversed, this can indicate to me people who are vain or attention seeking, people who need that validation, but almost don't want to admit that they need it. And for me, that's why the King and Queen of Wands reverse can kind of be this like narcissistic energy. So you could be dealing with somebody who has narcissistic traits. This is somebody who cannot say they're sorry. I'm definitely getting that. This is somebody who rarely thinks they're wrong. And that's why, like, I would pay to watch that fight. Like, what? And I feel like you're coming in with this like Knight of Swords energy in this situation of like, no, I'm going to finally say what I need to say. I think when you're dealing with this person, that's exactly like what needs to happen. Even if you don't have an altercation with them, there's a sense here of what you know. This person might kind of like to thrive off of being vague or even actively like, gaslighting you. You know what you know, and you're either going to say it to them and not waver, or you're going to make cuts, make decisions, have a lot of clarity about that. And I think this is a month where you're not backing down. You're making the choices you need to make. Hierophant reversed, even if that means you need to back out of a commitment. This might be somebody who tries to pressure and guilt you into staying in something that's not good based off of, they might like to have financial power over you, or based off of a sense of commitment, right? A sense of obligation. So this would be somebody who's like, well, you made this promise, and how could you, quit this job, after this amount of time, or how could you just leave me, blah, 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 when they're not doing what they should be doing, right? If this is a boss, this is somebody who doesn't actually help and support you or take responsibility or offer supervision, offer guidance and insight. This is somebody who wants the title without the responsibility, wants the accolades without doing anything to earn them. And so there's a sense here where this person, I feel like, will be very likely to play, and these could be different people who are coming up, by the way, in different scenarios here. This would be somebody who is very likely to play on your sense of sympathy or your sense of honor with the Knight of Pentacles. Because I feel like, generally speaking, you guys try to honor what you say, honor, your words, your commitments. And there's a sense here where this person might be like, well, how could, especially with death reverse, you can't really end this because like you made a promise, or how could you leave, or how could you, say you're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. And they want to ignore the fact that, this could be the very same person who did this to you. They want to ignore the fact that you're hurt and that you need something else. And I feel like they're not one to respond when you ask nicely. So just like keep that in mind. I do sense that might be kind of like a showdown energy. Two of Pentacles, yeah, because you're not juggling anymore. Seven of Cups, yep, the Empress. This person likes to keep you in emotional confusion. Like I said, this person could promise a lot of things that just don't really happen. You could be dealing with somebody who likes to keep you as an option, likes to always make you prove yourself, make you doubt, and you're like, nope, you don't juggle me anymore. Nobody does. Because of the Empress, you're like, no, I know what I'm worth, and this is bullshit. So I see you guys having a big conversation, making a big departure, or having like a really significant realization that nobody can talk you out of, and I think it's long overdue. This was a spicy one, so I hope this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm wishing you a safe, happy, healthy month. Feel free to let me know in the comments how this resonates, or come back in a few weeks, a month. Let me know how things played out. But yeah, I'm wishing you good things, and I will hopefully talk to you and see you soon.